Hi, everybody. It's a really rainy night here in Northern California, so I thought we would have some fun tonight. I was on Facebook a few minutes ago, and one of my friends posted something interesting. She said something to the effect of, "Why do dead celebrities only contact celebrity mediums?" Well, I'm here to tell you that that isn't the case. I've had several contacts with dead celebrities, and so I thought I would share some of those stories with you. Gosh, which one to start with? We'll start with the first one, I guess. Okay, so the first one that actually contacted me was Larry Hagman. You guys might remember him from Dallas and I Dream of Jeannie. So here's what happened with that. That's been like several years. It's been quite a while. I was actually in my bedroom and I was just like working on something, and the guy just pops right in. I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Hi," and I'm like, I was like, "Yeah, I love I Dream of Jeannie." He goes, "Yeah, I know. That's why I'm talking to you." And what he wanted to tell me was that like he just had so much gratitude for the people that he'd worked with and everybody that had supported his career throughout the years. Super humble guy. He just really wanted me to know that that he was just full of gratitude for all of the people that had really helped him become successful. And this one was weird because, like, literally not like 10 minutes later, I walk into the living room and Mike had the TV on, and he had it on. I think it was like on Entertainment Tonight, and they were doing an interview with all of the castmates that had worked with Larry Hagman on Dallas, and they all had such nice things to say about him. So that was wild. Yeah, I was like, wow, okay, well, we're not mistaking this one. Perfect confirmation. The next one that came through um, was Eddie Van Halen, and this one was kind of funny. So we had when we got our dog. We have a dog. I have a dog. His name's Eddie. He's named after Eddie Van Halen. He was supposed to be my son's dog. He ended up being my dog, however. But when we got Eddie, and he's this little dipshit chihuahua, he's so funny. He's just like, Eddie's the perfect name for him because he is just so full of life and he's just an absolutely hilarious dog. But we'd gotten Eddie, and I don't know, for some reason we name our pets after dead rock stars. I had Mojo, who was his registered name was Mr. Mojo Rison after Jim Morrison, and so my son's a badass guitar player, and so he has two favorite guitarists. He loves Eddie Van Halen and also Dimebag Daryl from Pantera. And I said, we are not naming this fucking dog Dimebag. So Eddie it was. His official name is Eddie Van Halen, and Eddie came. We were sitting in the hot tub, and fucking Eddie Van Halen comes through, and he is just laughing his ass off. He could not stop laughing. I mean, he is just like he you would expect him to be. Super funny. He's like, "Oh my god." He goes, he just like, "I can't believe you guys named that dog Eddie." So he thought it was really funny. And then he told me that he's like pretty impressed with my son, who can play. He plays Eruption by Van Halen. Really difficult song to play. Yeah, he thought my son was a pretty cool guy. And then he came through another time. I don't know, he popped in when I was in the car, and this is so funny. He told me I'm a terrible driver, and he would be correct. So that's been my contact with Eddie Van Halen. I think he kind of hangs around my son a little bit. I think my son has kind of I don't know if like a spirit guide or, but I think he hangs around my son a bit. I think he really helps to inspire him, which I absolutely love. Now the next one is really not officially, well, I don't know, not officially a celebrity. It was the spouse of a celebrity that came through. Alicia Schneider, John Schneider from Dukes of Hazzard, his wife, passed from cancer, and she came through. Now she really wanted me to get a message to him. They seemed like they had an amazing connection, and he was pretty tore up when she passed. Um, and I don't know. I mean, that was kind of hard. I mean, I did send him a message. I didn't tell him, a whole lot, but I did send him message. Don't know if he got it, but she really did want me to pass that message on. And so, I did the best I could. Yeah, the next one is Karen Carpenter. This was kind of an interesting one because she didn't have much to say. She showed me a lot of images about like what she was doing basically in the afterlife. And sorry, my birds are going absolutely bananas. Yeah, so she showed me her house, and it is exactly like you would think. It's this beautiful, um, pure white with all of these lavender accents and this gorgeous piano. And she, um, I think she entertains a lot in the afterlife. She showed me, of being surrounded by people that just love her in this beautiful environment. So that was my connection with her. Um, Amy Winehouse is the most recent one. This one was kind of weird. Um, so I was actually in the shower. And I was like, oh my God. And it was right after Christmas, and I had a really rough time dealing, because it's the first Christmas without Mike. And he actually wanted her to let me know that he was there for some reason. He's like, you need to let this idiot know that I'm right here. I haven't gone anywhere. She's very funny. She comes through with the accent, crazy accent, just like she sounded. And she's very funny, very funny. I'm like, you are hitting me up in the shower, and it was just funny. She's like, a fucking course I am. And she's like, I needed to get your attention. So yeah, those are the celebrities I've had contact with, and a brief synopsis of how that went. I don't actively go out seeking celebrity spirits. Sometimes they just pop in, and I just allow that to happen. Um, the one spirit that has not contacted me, and I've not attempted either, so just so you know, that is Jim Morrison. And I'm a huge Jim Morrison fan. Really had thought maybe the Lizard King would make an appearance, but as today he has not. Anyway, so I hope that answers my friend's question. I think celebrities come through to a lot of mediums, and maybe we just don't talk about it a lot. I don't know, but I really thought I would kind of um to let her and everybody else know that yeah they do. Sometimes in the weirdest way. Thank you, Amy Winehouse. But anyway, thought that would be a fun quick little tidbit for tonight, and I hope everybody's having a great week. I know a lot of people had today off, so if you did, I hope it was great, and I hope you got some rest and enjoyed your holiday, and we will see you very soon. Thanks for listening.